Hi guys, so I've been explaining the escrow journey in the last couple of videos, and I started off with number one, your offer has been accepted. Congratulations. Number two, you turned in the deposit. Thank you very much. That makes it legal now. Number three, you completed your home inspections, termite, and whatever other inspections you requested. And today's topic, number four, we received the appraisal. Now that we've received the appraisal, there are two things that we have to look for. Number one, did the appraisal come in at value? So if the appraisal comes in lower than the list price, we have a couple of different options. Number one, the seller agrees to lower the sales price to the new appraised value. So if the sales price was like $400,000 and the value came in at $390,000, the seller will lower it to $390,000, and that's pretty typical of what happens. Okay. Number two, the seller asks the buyer to pay the difference from the appraised value to the sales price. Meaning, if the appraisal came in at $390,000, as in our previous example, $10,000 less than the sales price of $400,000, then the seller expects the buyer to pay the difference from $390,000 to $400,000. So basically, what that means is that the buyer is going to come in with the down payment, closing costs, and $10,000 in cash. And the third option would be both buyer and seller meet halfway. Okay. So if the appraisal gap is $10,000 less than the accepted sales price of $400,000, the seller can lower the acceptance by $5,000 less, and the buyer can raise it from $390,000 to $395,000. And this way, at that point, they're both meeting halfway. Are there any repairs that need to be made to the property? So we know that the appraisal is based off of three things. That's the health, safety, and functionality of the property. So based off of that criteria, if something in that house is not up to those standards, it'll be called out for repair. But another factor that's taken into account is the type of loan the buyer will be using. For instance, FHA. The appraiser will also check if the property meets the minimum standards set by FHA under HUD's general acceptability criteria. Now, that's a long list to go over, so just call me and I'll go over the items with you in detail, because it really depends on what type of property you're buying, where you're buying it, and how. So this is probably one of the more stressful steps in the process, but as always, it's my job to make the process as stress-free as possible. If you have any questions on this topic or are looking to buy or sell, I'm here to help. My contact information is below, and thanks for watching.